Okay, I have released a new update to Surpass. It's already up on Drive-Thru RPG, so if you already purchased it, you can re-download. Also, the system and even the compendium module. I mean, it sounds like a lot. There really wasn't that much I added, but it just needed all those updates. I added the whole AoE thing for spells and for weapons. So I'll sh so now if you go into measure templates and you draw a template like a circle, it'll auto target what you have in there. If you move it, it will switch and auto target the people that are already in there. So that really handy for when you're making attacks that have AoEs, and it works for all of them. So if you do have a cone, let's say, there it is, it targets them. Even if it barely touches them, it targets them. Of course, if you, as a player, don't want that, you can always just shift click, right? Or as a user, if you shift click uh, a target, oh no, it's auto targeting. Interesting. Maybe it's overriding that. Should look into that. I love finding bugs while I'm doing a live stream to find them. But tables, same thing. Works with squares, lines, the whole thing, right? And then I have added in the spells, the ability to do that as well. So, for example, like the explosive fireball does have uh, a area here. Was always had this part, but I never did anything with it. So it is a template of 3 meters area, and then I said drops template, and it is a sphere. So if I grab, for example, where is she? Where's my caster? Not that it matters too much, but I think it's ash glass. Yes, it is. So if I right now she has fireball, which is not the fireball that D&D players use. This fireball is the fire bolt from D&D, so it's that type of thing. It's explosive fireball that we want. So if we edit that, we can even change it, of course. Uh, right. So if you're for some reason wanting to make a spell, which I encourage you to do. I mean, there's lots of you do like a cone spell, you can drop it a cone, and if you don't have that to drop off, it won't drop a template. So little part has been added where you can say drop template and you can say what type of template it is. And then so now when you cast the spell, it'll pop up. So you'll be if there's any changes you need to do, for example, for explosive fireball, for every round you spend doing it, it gets an extra plus. So let's say you did 3 rounds of it. So that means you get a modifier of 2 on it, right? And it's going to be spending, and you can spend health, of course, for it too, right? And so that these haven't changed. So I'm going to cast. Uh, oh, I don't have the cost of it. I don't have the mana for that. Oh, okay. Well, let's just make it a little bit simpler, Darren, and just cast that. And then the character sheet shrinks, so you can see what the heck's going on. You can drop the fireball. It'll auto target. It'll roll. It will make the. I didn't roll very well and missed everybody, but you get the idea. So it automatically drops and rolls for it. Of course, if you want to create your own spell or you're adjusting a spell for whatever reason, especially since a lot of the spells in Surpass, the size of the spell will matter of how many rounds you're concentrating on it, right? We're not concentrating, but well, yeah, casting, because some spells you can cast, use several major actions for, and at the end do a big one kind of thing. And sometimes that makes what that is a different size. So uh, if you could always go in here and change it, right? So my fireball, let's say, is now going to be a fire cone, or no, wait, hey, I'll make it a fire ray. So it'll be 15 meters, drop a target, line. Good. I'll cast the fireball and it will shift middle mouse wheel, by the way, for cones and for lines. And then drop and Zot hits them all. Not with that roll, it sure doesn't. We got one guy. They called Acolyte. Good for me for 1 damage. Yay. Of course, there's the undo button there for that's not new. I added that last time. I don't have boxes or cubes inside the spells or for the weapons, which I'll show you. I was having a hard time doing it, and also I don't think there's a single spell or item that would do a square. So, and if there was any a case, like let's say you didn't you didn't want to go in here and change the spell every time you cast it, right? Let's say if it's the fireball, I'm going to remove the drops template part, and I just want to say, okay, well my fireball is going to be a cone this time. As a reminder, you can still do that. It'll have everyone targeted. Then you can just go in here and cast the spell. It'll go against the people targeted. Look at that, killed somebody. Oh, nice, exploding dice. Wasted some people. So you don't have to go in there and change the different sizes again, because if you're spending multiple actions to make something bigger, you can just draw it. It'll auto target, and away you go. I'll undo all this stuff here, because if everyone dies, I can't use them as tokens. So I did the same thing with weapons, and I added weapons in the compendium as well. I mean, I adjusted some of the spells in there. I think there was only a couple spells, to be honest, that have a set size. I think it's like the air spell for the pushing, and it goes against, control defense and all that kind of stuff. But I think that's the only thing I actually added, just because a lot of them are so the AOE part changes. But again, this is also for you guys to be making your own spells and stuff, right? This is just the base model. Uh, if I designed this game right, you should be able to be adding all the stuff yourself of the stuff that you want. So in the gear, what I did is I added some weapons to it, things like flamethrower or or like grenades, Molotov cocktail, things like that. Flamethrower should be in here somewhere. All of a sudden, I can't find my flamethrower. Hey, there's a search items thing. Flame, there it is. That has a cone. And also, if you're doing weapons that do the spray and pray kind of thing, you can make them into cones. And if you're going to do grenades, it'll drop the um, the whole. Let's give Elo an ash glass. Let's give her a concussion grenade. So concussion grenade goes off of throw. She doesn't have throw, so none it is, because she doesn't have throw. And let's say she then attacks with it. Oh, because it's not linked to a skill, Darren. I really chose the wrong person for this, but let's add a throw skill then. I really shouldn't be giving grenades to a mage, but throwing, that's on there. So again, if you don't have the skill, right, you don't add a point to it. You're just going, okay, they're throwing without the skill. Change it to throwing. Now I should be able to attack, roll. There's my little concussion grenade. Boom. It's a Tech 6 concussion grenade, so it's smaller, and does the same thing. So one nicks, it missed, cult hit for 4 damage applied. Works exactly the same as spells. So that's what I did. That's the only thing I really did was the AoEs and added some weapons to do it. And again, when you're going through the weapons, if you don't feel that I did it right, change them. I am not a war expert in imagination. So if you don't feel my ATGM, uh, is proper, you think it should be more weapon bonus or more area, change it, please. Do this is I'm just writing the tools. You guys make the game. All right. Well, thank you for watching. And again, if there's anyone out there that's making is playing this game and making some interesting stuff with it, I'd love to see it. I would absolutely love to see what you're doing with this little project of mine. All right. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.